I'm Tina Santoro, creator of the Yonan Bo Saga, an epic adventure series full of captivating characters and immersive storytelling set in a unique world. Today, we'll continue our exploration of the Great Wars, a period in time filled with controversy, betrayal, and epic battles. In part 1 and 2, we discuss the Great Wars as known by the people from Yonan Bo's timeline. In this video, we'll examine the wars from the point of view of those that began and lived through the dispute that lasted for generations. The Great Wars are often collectively remembered as a single conflict, but Yonan Bo's visions reveal a history composed of several battles, uprisings, and prolonged periods of conflict spanning many generations. The overall context for these conflicts related to the founding of Yonan Bo's people, the unification of various tribes, known as the people of the North and the South, and later, the extended warfare of the city of Avalozon. The collective history of Yonan Bo's people in the Great City dates back only to the time of the creation of the Great City and the Wars of Avalozon. The Red City of Avalozon was known for its grand architecture, water management system, and hard red walls made from a clay mixture baked into stone hand bricks in a large furnace. The Avalozon people excelled at creating and using weapons and armor. The conflicts began prolonged and violent following the rule of Pertu. Pertu mocked the Avalozon's ruler, the great and mighty Dardan, and the prophecy of the rain goddess, which resulted in the water flow stopping in Avalozon's fountains. Dardan, the great and mighty ruler of Avalozon, retaliated by taking Pertu and his men hostage and vowing to bring his daughter Polu to fulfill the prophecy of the rain goddess. The wars saw several leaders from both sides killed, including Dardan and Pertu, whom died seeking vengeance. In the time of Puku, son of Vidu, brother of Samu, he and his second wife Margam conspired to find a deadly mixture to use against the people of Avalozon. Bablu, Puku's son, ended the immediate fighting by using the ulfur mixture, a poison, to attack the people of Avalozon. Bablu and his troops secretly planted the fermented ulfur mixture in the fields outside Avalozon's walls. The poison killed hundreds, primarily the young and the elderly, causing horrific symptoms, including stomach cramps, fever, convulsions, and blisters. The ulfur was so bad that Bablu himself was later killed by his own men using the remaining ulfur mixture against him. The people of Avalozon were outraged by the death of their leader and planned to come back in the spring to avenge the death and destroy the city of their adversaries. Barnzon, the next ruler of Avalozon, expected that his men will have easy access come the spring to retaliate against their enemy. Controversially, the spring was also the season when the great city's precarious plan devised military actions to defend themselves and end the conflict. Their ruler, Malku, Samu's son, intended to use the spring as a time to launch his campaign against Avalozon. He planned to make an announcement to his people after settling in following the winter, noting that they needed to get the men back into shape before we attempt to go over on the other side of the pass. The final massive military assault led by Malku against the Red City began on a bright and beautiful spring day. This attack involved a coordinated effort using long bows and burning arrows, causing the Red City to burn and thousands of people to flee, effectively ending the war. Throughout the years, especially before the great city was fully walled, the people suffered from continued persistent beast attacks and nightly raids and abductions by men from Avalozon who would sneak into their camp during the middle of the night to steal women and children and kill the men, which necessitated spring planning. Rulers like Malku had to prioritize any of these attacks and need to prepare their men for war and hunting once winter was over. The Forbidden Mixture. The recipe of the forbidden mixture, later ordered by Rodahar to force Deveru to lie with him, was taught to Kaimiri by the previous head ruler Mingyua, who warned that it must never be used on anyone within the great city. This mixture was previously used during the wars on the people of Avalozon, those who subsequently caused women to birth monstrous children, who were often killed at birth or caused the death of the mother and the child. Malky's forces used flaming arrows to set the Red City on fire, forcing thousands of Avalozon cities to flee, only to be slaughtered by Malky's waiting warriors. During this battle, Malky's forces were unable to save their own women and children, who had been captured and tied to stakes inside the burning temple, which served as a booby trap. Nunu, Malku's son, followed his father's orders to prevent the enemy from escaping over the pass, causing a massive rock slide that rendered the crucial passway between the valleys impassable. The physical separation ended the prolonged period of the wars. Following the end of hostilities, Naimu, Nunu's son, is known for establishing the great city in the newly secured valley. The Great Wars caused misunderstandings and led to the deaths of thousands. Yonan Bo's visions show that many of the leaders responsible for these wars lied to and manipulated their people through intoxication, false prophecies, and fear. The original purpose of Babette's unification, working together for the benefit of all, was largely lost during these conflicts. The memories of these past wars was often suppressed or altered through the creations of feasts, ceremonies, and new traditions designed to erase unpleasant memories of the events. The great city people do not remember Babette or the ancient lessons before the conflicts with Avalozon. Yonan Bo witnesses the destruction and loss caused by these conflicts, noting that much of the natural environment, which was once teeming with life and water, was damaged or destroyed during the time of the Great Wars and the city's construction. And this is where we'll wrap it up for today. Next time, we'll begin to discuss the upcoming wars with the river people on the outside of the great city, and Canon and his people from the fallen city of Avalozon on the opposite side at Site Elfia. Thank you for watching. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. I hope you have a great day, and bye now.